Hello everybody and welcome to my channel 5 Minutes Coaching with Max. Today I want to talk about an idea that I've always liked and found fascinating because it makes sense to me, and yet I find it hard to implement it in my life, at least in the past. And that is the idea of being able to contemplate something without judging it. Is it possible to do that? Well, let me first clarify a couple of things. First of all, we are here to make choices, to express preferences, embrace or say no to something. And in order to do that, we need to assess the qualities of that something, and that is totally okay to do that. For example, before you decide that when you want to start a relationship with somebody, you want to make sure that that person's values are compatible with yours and that together you can stimulate each other or do whatever it is that your definition of relationship urge you to experience to make it meaningful. That is also something that you want to do before buying a flat or a house, to make sure that the quality of that place satisfies your criteria and makes it possible for you to enjoy it as much as you can. You probably do the same before choosing a car, your meals, and so on. As you can see, when we assess the quality of something, we don't do that to determine whether it is valuable or not in absolute terms. All we want to make sure is that it is a suitable means for the experience that our core nature urges us to have. Instead, what I'm talking about here is when we judge, we put a label on somebody or something in such a generic way that it doesn't really add any value to the experience. Particularly when we do so when we don't even need to make any choice in relation to what we are observing. For example, when we look at a person passing by in the street and we start thinking that the clothes are not the right one for them, or that there is something wrong in the way they move, what they are doing, or how fit they are, or whatever it is that seems to be missing or wrong in them. So the question still is it possible to look at something and be aware of the different qualities that makes it unique without judging it, particularly in a negative way? Because when we do so, we somehow put a barrier that makes us feel disconnected, separated from what's around us, as opposed to feeling connected to it and experience the expansion and the appreciation that comes from a not judgmental observation. Well, the answer is yes. In fact, some time ago I was thinking about that and I realized that we are already capable of doing that, because that is exactly what we do when we look at a tree. We are aware of all its elements, unique shapes and qualities without judging it. We don't think something like, well, that branch should be a bit bigger or thicker, or it should extend a little bit more on the right, or that leaves should come in a different color, a smaller, different shape, and so on. We don't do that. And that is true in general when we contemplate nature in all its expression. That is why the experience of being immersed in nature is so satisfying and enriching, because we contemplate it without judging it, making it so that the experience is light and yet meaningful and enriching. So if we can do that while observing a tree and nature in general, we can simply use the same attitude while we observe everything that surrounds us, including people and situation, because in a broader sense, everything is an expression of nature, including people, and deserve the same reverence when we look at them. And you can make that your habitual attitude, and then the default tendency to judge things will be replaced by the same reverence that we experience when we contemplate nature. And then walking around will feel like walking in a garden, no matter what's around us. Not bad. So I hope this makes sense to you, and let me know your thoughts about it by writing your comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss any of my next videos. So I guess that's all for today. I wish you all a fantastic day, consciously created by you. Bye for now from Max Leon, and I'll talk to you soon.